There once was a man with a blue beard. A beard so blue, one could mistake it for the ocean. A beard so blue, birds tried catching fish in it. A beard so blue, every berry would turn sour. The name of this man was BlueBeard. He lived in a house on top of a hill overlooking all others. His house was too big for a man all alone, but he preferred his own company. It was better this way, he would say, when asked why he lived in that house, on that hill all alone. He was quite popular among womenfolk for having a beard like no other, and having a house too big and a heart not chained to another. But he preferred it this way, he would say, when asked about his life and the emptiness that filled it. One day, the blue-bearded man walked out of his house, down his hill, towards his boat, and was struck by a club painted pink. He was struck so hard he began to see birds, and those birds became butterflies, and those butterflies turned black. As the blue-bearded man awoke from his involuntary slumber, he found himself in a room, a dark and damp room. A room with pipes running down the wall, a room with floors that were covered in mold, a room with but one flickering light, reflecting his own depression. He found his body bound by bands, bound by ribbons, his feet to his hands. His clothes scattered all over the floor, his shoes in the corner, his knickers hanging by the door. A figure appeared before the blue-bearded man, a figure of gold, with curves oh so luscious, with hair oh so long, with eyes oh so blue, but wearing a smile made of death. The figure sat on a chair painted pink, with their toes painted pink, as they crisscrossed their legs and dropped the club that was too painted pink. The blue-bearded man looked up with no fear, laughed with no fear, demanded with no fear, but lay on the ground naked. The figure leaned closer to the blue-bearded man and asked but a question. "What be the difference between ye snow men and ye snow women?" A question with no sense, a question so bizarre, but they demanded an answer with their look oh so tense. And so the blue-bearded man thought long and hard, was distracted by his own selfless body, shivering and quivering, aching and quaking, but eventually answered, "Snowballs." The figure again raised the club painted pink, with their nails painted pink, and struck the man with the beard oh so blue. They struck with passion. The blue-bearded man once again saw birds become butterflies, and butterflies turn black. The figure of gold, with curves oh so luscious, hair oh so long, eyes oh so blue, and a smile made of death, returned his body to the shore where he was a-taken. The blue-bearded man awoke by the water, with his feet in the water and his hands in the water, and his body soaking wet. He crawled home and into bed. He could not sleep, for the figure he feared had taken his teeth. So the blue-bearded man simply wallowed in silence, till his body gave way and his mind turned to sirens. He awoke the next morning and took a bath, walked his floors and clothed his back. He went outside of his house on a hill, the only hill, the hill of hills, to look out for the figure that scared him so much. "I prefer my own company," he muttered with no teeth, as he gnawed at his apple and sipped his tea. "It's better this way." The blue-bearded man may be popular among womenfolk, but preferred his own company and his house too big for his lonesome self. He sat in his chair, that glorious chair, that brown-painted chair, on his porch, by his house, that big, lonely house, and gave himself a good time. As he looked to the sky, he finished with a smile. "I am my own best friend, my own best wife, my own best lover, and the love of my life."